In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast. Million people.
Yeah,
It's actually cheaper to buy full-size candy bars.
it really is. You can get like
Is
the
it?
you can get like the 24 count boxes of the mix and match shit
If you get
for
them
like
off-
$12 at
yeah.
Walmart and
If
shit.
you get them off Amazon or some shit, the full-size candy bars, per ounce, it's definitely cheaper than the
Really?
fucking Halloween candy.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, we gave out full-size candy bars and cigars last year. So.
Fuck yeah.
I remember that. I remember you telling me about that.
This year, too many of the neighbors bitched about my camper being parked there, so fuck them.
Yeah.
No cigars this year.
Fuck those nerds.
You don't need the tax write-off this time around.
I'll write it off.
I was just stoked. Like I hadn't fucking trick or treated in like 3 years with the kids. I was always gone.
Yeah.
Like, cause I was always doing RCPT over Halloween. Right. And this year it just so happened that it fell on a fucking Monday. So I was able to be home for it. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Are we going to fuck this pig or what?
Might as well.
We're in the middle of the fucking.
Oh, we're already, we're mid coitus.
We're 3 inches in. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
That's generous, but yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's November fucking 1st, ladies and gents. You know what that means? Woo! Sober October's fucking over, and we're getting fucking drunk tonight. So stay tuned for this whack shit. We're about to play a game of whack fuck with my liver.
And we're starting off not sober November with a bottle of Jameson Triple Triple.
You damn right. And
Which is awesome. And I'm a shithead because I cannot remember the guy's name who dropped us off.
and when I asked, I was like, "Who's the one that dropped us off?" And they were like, "I don't remember. Fuck.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Dude, there's
So-
a lot of there's enough TBIs on this fucking table, man. It's basically talking to a fucking 1990s football field, fucking full of
I know they're from
linemen.
Dallas Fort Worth area. They just got off a cruise, hence the Triple Triple. And they were just got married, right?
Just got married,
Yeah. And
yes.
so they were kind enough to swing by and drop that off.
and
And
clearly good fucking people.
we took a picture. So post your picture. Do me a favor, post your picture, tag it, tag us in it, and then I'll know your name. And I apologize for not remembering. So
Dick move, bro.
I know, but it's delicious.
It's fucking wonderful.
we had 2 fans come in big over this
Yeah.
past week.
Fuck yes.
I'm pretty sure y'all saw it, but we got our first fan tattoo.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
So I'm down in Florida, and Dave walks up to me, and I'm busy as shit. I'm running around doing jam shit. I'm not sitting down. I haven't looked at my phone in hours.
No, this was at Skydive Palaca afterwards.
Exactly, but I still hadn't fucking looked at my phone or anything. And Dave walks up to me, and he's like, "Mikey, tell me you saw this shit." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, kind of.
It took him a solid 45 seconds of just staring at it.
I was like,
And you could see that the wheels were trying to break free and start turning. And all of a sudden it just clicked and he's like, "Are you fucking serious?"
"Yeah." I was like, "Wow, man,
That is well done.
that is a level
Well
that I
done.
didn't think we would ever get to on this show, where people were body modification in our honor."
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pay the bills real quick. Let me get into it. Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. That'll get you sweet 15% off. Of course, owellness.us for all your CBD treats. Use that code FreedomFriends25. That gets you a quarter off your order. And of course, Icy Tech coolers for those who get it. Icy Tech, go to icytech.com and use Freedom Friends 10. That'll get you 10% off. Fuck boys. November's here. I'm
Yes.
excited.
Drinking again.
Fucking drinking again.
So my brother's kind of the one that pushed me to sober October.
Right.
I had a couple hopes coming into sober October. One, that I would feel better, just in general, like my general health would be better. I just wouldn't, I'd feel better, right? 2, I thought
And
I thought I would have lost a little weight. Neither one of these happened.
we know.
Neither one of these happened.
All right, that time I was being a dick. All right, that time I was just being a dick. Sorry, buddy.
Don't care. But anyway, so I did realize that I'm not an alcoholic because I quit fairly easily. It didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I like the social aspect of drinking, so I'm going to continue to do that. And,
That's really what it is for me, I think, too.
I might cut
Like-
back. Like I might not have to,
I think we have naturally cut back,
I
though,
think
man.
we have a little.
You know what I mean? Like,
Just
'cause-
every time like my family sees me, I'm drinking because when I'm home with my family, I like to drink.
yeah.
When I'm on the podcast and they're watching, I'm drinking. When I go out with my friends or I make a social media post, I'm usually drinking. But outside of those times, I don't drink a whole lot. So
And what you don't realize, what people don't realize, is that's such a small amount of your day to day.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I drink on the podcast. I probably won't touch a drink again until fucking, well, this week will be weird because Saturday we got Jazz's event, but I probably won't drink until then. You know what I mean? And that's fine. And, like,
As I will say, as someone who was sober even in the early episodes, y'all have definitely cut back.
oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
y'all are correct in that
Oh,
one.
yeah, man. It is not even close to that level because we were fucking shit shows. We were shit shows.
well, I think we found out that we won't run out.
Yeah. Right.
It was a race to the bottom when we first started this. So
So, Dave, you're here filling in for John.
Yeah.
John's up Sandhill crane hunting.
murdering.
Yeah. Did you see how many they got?
No,
A lot.
nice,
They fucking crushed, man. So hopefully have some ribeye in the sky coming our way.
sweet.
But yeah, so he's off on a hunt with Hero Sports. Actually, I gave him my spot. It was supposed to be my hunt, but I wanted to trick or treat with the kids
Right.
and stuff. So I
Yeah.
wasn't going to drive. I wasn't going to drive 16 hours with Dave and then turn around and be like, love you, honey. I got to go drive another 6 hours to go hunting birds. And then fucking,
Yeah,
yeah, it wouldn't have went over very well.
yeah.
Happy Halloween, kids. I know Daddy's here this year, but not really. That's fine. Like fucking wouldn't have went over well. So I gave my spot to John, and yeah, apparently it was successful, which is awesome.
Both my kids have discovered my ghillie suits,
Oh yeah,
and so they can actually kind of fit in them now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's they just take them and go play.
Jameson put my pickle costume on and went as Pickle Rick last night, and I was a
Nice.
very, very proud father. I was very, very proud of my 10-year-old son walking around going, I'm Pickle Rick. And like all the dads were like laughing at it. And everybody else was like, what the fuck? And John didn't give a shit. He just wore a pumpkin shirt. Fucking, he was like, pumpkin. Fucking, that's what I am. I don't fucking care.
Happy Halloween.
Like he went around the block and was like, I'm ready to go home. He was like, I'm done. And I was like, God, he doesn't like fun, man. Kid just does not like fun. And then Haley and I dress up. So Haley was a flamingo. She had like a onesie thing. And I threw a pair of scrubs on and a fucking stethoscope. And a Bucky's fucking it's a Bucky's face wrap, but I made it like a fucking head, like a bandana.
Oh, nice.
Like I was a doctor, but I had my pit vipers, my flip ups. I was a doctor, and I'd flip them down. I was like, but I'm a cool doctor. And everybody was like, all right. So
I went as an old man who sat on my back porch and smoked a cigar. That's what I went as.
you went to yourself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Scott said, fuck them kids this year.
Yeah.
I just had a lot going on. Both my kids one was working and one was, I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
I can't wait till mine to the age where I'm like, I don't know where the fuck he is. I don't care. Like, yeah, it's fine.
I don't know if he went out or if he stayed home. I have no idea what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my best is like my favorite is like the high school kids who are like, I don't know, like clearly fucking like 16, 17, and they're just
Yeah.
dressed in street clothes. Trick or treat. You dressed up as a fucking loser. It's like, fucking fuck you, dude. Like,
What are they? They're not millennials in high school anymore. Gen Xers.
these are Gen Zers.
Gen
Gen
Zers.
Zers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when, like, those are the kids that I would specifically give those black and orange fucking disgusting candies to.
The peanut butter taffies.
Yeah, they get those and candy corn and nothing else. And then the little princess that walks up who did up her costume and shit, I'm like, here's all the good shit for you.
King size Kit Kat.
Fucking A, man.
That should definitely be a thing. You have the bucket for the sweet kids that are like of trick or treating age,
Yeah.
and then there's the fuck you can drive.
Yeah.
There's the piece of shit age from like 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be like helping a younger sibling right now, you
Yes.
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think is the cutoff age for trick or
I
treating?
would say 15.
Now I do have to
yeah.
counter that because
If you're old enough to get a boner and fucking you're old enough to not go fucking trick or treating, dude. Like, it's true. Like, once you get to the age where you're pussy motivated, your fucking trick or treating days are over, bro. Like, it's one or the other, man. Like,
God.
Well, especially at that age, you shouldn't be trick or treating. You should be going to Halloween costumes and looking at the sluts that
Yeah,
that
exactly.
dressed up as the slutty cop or the slutty cat or
Exactly.
whatever. Like that's where your priority should be.
I'm sorry, I cut you off, Dave. What were you saying, buddy?
I had a family show up and the grandmother was trick or treating with her daughter and the grandchildren because grandma made all the costumes for everybody.
See, that's
fair.
fucking cool.
Everybody got candy,
Yeah,
including
absolutely.
grandma.
Absolutely. No, that's fucking awesome. That's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
if it's a family thing, and like Haley and I always had fun with it. One year, I was Chewbacca. I wore a ghillie suit and a Chewbacca mask, and she was Leia, and like my kids were Jedi and Sith, and we did like the fucking Star Wars thing. And then the next year we did, or one year we did like Where's Waldo, and I was like Wizard Whitebeard, and the boys were Waldo and the evil one, Oddlaw, and all that, and fucking,
See, I think I want to bring the old side by side home, and instead of waiting for the kids to come around and trick or
You
treat,
just want to drive around with a candy bucket and
just
hand
throw it-
out.
Yeah, hand it out. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
that'd be cool.
And like for the old, 15 and above, you have a t-shirt cannon, and you just fucking fire
blast
them.
them.
Shoot him in the fucking face with it.
Whack.
And the t-shirt says "Grow the fuck up." You're too old to trick or
I'm too
treat.
old to trick or treat,
No,
so I
you
got
just-
shot in the face by this
You
shirt.
just get a bunch of job applications and you shoot those out.
That's the ultimate.
McDonald's is hiring, bitch. Fwat.
That's the ultimate game of whack fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck those kids. They get the peanut butter taffy fucking dog shit. Like, ugh.
The Werther's Originals.
No, I like
Butterscotch.
Werther's. I like Werther's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had the chewy Werther's?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Those
for the
are-
really old people.
Those are fucking good though, man. They have it's like caramel in the middle of them. They're
Oh.
like a center.
Yeah.
They are good as fuck, dude. I used to keep them in my desk at work, remember?
This can confirm.
I used to give it to him all the time. I'd be like, "You want some candy, little boy?"
This was after he'd come up and give me a little back massage.
Yeah.
Wasn't weird at all.
No.
Well, see,
No.
normally you're supposed to get the candy before the back massage.
See, Mikey's a stingy motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
No.
You gotta earn my candy.
No, you you want to put hands on me? You got to pay me first, motherfucker.
No, not in Daddy's world. That's how good my massages and candy are. It was funny. So I pull out the scrubs, and Haley's like, "Why do you have these?" I'm like, "I don't know. It was a costume a long time ago." And I started thinking about it. I was like, "Yeah, I was definitely single then, because that was when I was handing out free breast exam cards and shit at the bar." And I had a speculum, and I was in a pen light, and I was like, "I'm giving free exams."
when you said you put a pair of scrubs on, I was like, why did he say that so casually? Like everybody has a pair of scrubs at home. Like the fuck?
Yeah, I have a pair of like.
I do have to admit, for lounging, scrubs are the bomb.
Fucking A, dude. I was comfortable as shit last night. And I had Crocs on with socks
yeah.
so that Jazz can not freak out. Where the fuck is he? Isn't he supposed to be here?
Who knows? I mean,
He'll probably show up.
he's getting ready for the event this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Benefiting Hero Sports. Swing by Battle Pub. They're at Rolling Oaks Mall here in San Antonio and check out the event. It's gonna be fun. It'll be a good one. Yeah, I had a good time last night, actually. Just because I hadn't been able to go in so long with the boys and stuff, and it's good to do that shit sometimes.
Yeah. I was, probably part of the reason I wasn't out is because it was still Sober October.
Yeah.
So it was probably part of my life I gave away for this month for no reason. Yeah, I'm not doing Sober October again.
To be honest, I kind of gave up on it, man.
Really? Like, I think I saw that day too, if I remember right.
No. like gave up. Where I was like, fuck it. Like not like faking the funk. But
It's $600 and you just called it good, huh? $20 a day for 30 days.
Well, the thing is, everybody I was involved with also gave it up, and I was like, well, if nobody else is going to do it with me,
So I had no peer pressure. I really didn't, because it was my brother, my cousin, her wife, a couple other my brother's friends, but they're all in Nebraska. So you and then John gave up immediately.
yes, for good reason.
Yeah. So it was just me and I did it. So I feel good that I did it, I guess. Just to say that I could or did.
I wasn't participating in Sober October at any point, and I'm pretty sure, short of Dave, I drank the least out of other than you. But then like Mikey, John, and Jazz, I'm pretty sure I drank the least.
Get on my level.
Fair.
Yeah.
Dave's undefeated.
Dave
Yeah.
is definitely undefeated. Dave, I want to actually give you some shout outs, buddy. So those of you who don't know, or most of you probably do, I was down in Florida with Round Canopy Parachuting Team down in old Palatka this last week. That's why I wasn't on the show last week. That's why Dave was also not there stuff bearding for me, because he was with me.
Yeah.
And he came down. And he came down early because I had to be there early because I was in the Jumpmaster candidate program for RCPT. And so he basically came down, 3 or 4 days early when he didn't need to. And, fucking hung out, and he helped. And he helped so much that he was actually recognized during the closing ceremony. They recognized Dave. They called him up and presented you with a coin, I believe.
Yeah.
Coin and a certificate for just being a valuable part of the team and just genuinely giving himself to help, right? Because he was just there helping issue parachutes, and nobody asked him to. He would just, oh, you guys need help? I got it, man. And Dave would just start helping. So good job, man. Like, I'm fucking proud of you. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome. And again, I'll reiterate what I said last year after you came back. Like, it's the only place I've seen you genuinely open up to people and like be happy. That's like your happy place, man. Like, who the fuck knew that Palatka, Florida would be anybody's happy place?
Well,
but it for whatever reason, man, it makes you happy.
The location is irrelevant. It's what I'm doing down there that makes the difference.
Right.
You know, I mean, it takes a certain individual who's willing to throw themselves out of a perfectly good aircraft at altitude. And it's
Perfectly good, but all right.
Well, yeah. Sorry, Tommy, fix your shit.
Shit.
When I can sit behind the pilot and look at the skin of the aircraft and see sunlight and clouds through the side of the aircraft,
Now,
and I'm not looking out the window.
historically speaking, aircraft were made out of paper and sticks and
Very
whatnot.
true.
So
Yeah, back when you first jumping out of them. Yeah.
100 years ago.
back when I was in the glider infantry, like that shit was literally it was cloth and sticks, you know. Motors, you don't need a motor. Fuck
No,
you.
I am happy when I'm jumping.
Yeah.
I didn't like when you first got a hold of me and asked if that would be something that I was interested in. I had some trepidation. I really did. But
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's a pretty normal reation,
Yeah.
man. Like,
yeah.
hey, bro, you want to jump on a plane?
Yeah. I mean, it goes against everything that you think should be right to be like, well, we're in the air. I think I'll just step out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, no, but to counter that, you know, when I was, everybody's like, God, you spent so much time running around and doing this, that, and the other thing. It's like, I scrubbed myself from jumping. So it wasn't exactly, I wasn't just going to sit there with my thumb up my ass.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of which, how's your shoulder feeling?
it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Motrin, baby.
Yeah.
Fresh socks, water.
Right
Motrin.
around day 3. I mean, you gotta jump in.
I did get a jump in on Tuesday, and it was a hard opening, but it was still a relatively good jump. It was a good shakeout jump.
Yeah.
So I got knees in the breeze. That's good enough. You know.
So he got to jump in, and then the next day he was helping move parachutes because he was helping out, and just straight ripped a muscle or a tendon or something in his shoulder, and was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And I was like, because I had him, he was supposed to be on my stick because I ended up passing my Jumpmaster candidacy course, and I became a Jumpmaster down there. I got my Star and Reef down there, and Dave was going to be on my on my fucking qualifying jump, right? On the stick. And he ended up not being able to do it. But because he scratched himself because he was like, I fucking hurt. I can't lift my arm up.
Well, I mean, truth be told, he didn't want to be your fucking guinea pig.
Nah, I'll toot my own horn a little bit. I'm pretty good at this shit. Like I'm pretty good at it, man. Like I'm better than your average bear, actually, than a lot of those people who are down there and doing it. And don't get me wrong, they're all awesome. But a lot of it's a depreciable skill. You don't use it for a long time, you lose it, right? Well, it's fresh in my mind. So people were like, yeah, I'll be on his stick 100% because they just saw how I did my JMPIs and everything. And they were like, yeah, it's brand new to me.
Yeah.
You know, so like you got like the guy who went through Benning in like 94.
Right.
Who's like, yeah, I'm a jump master. Oh, yeah, I do a JMPI. He looks fine. Like, it's like, it's probably all right. You know, like, he's fucking much more old school because if you don't use these skills, you lose them dramatically. Right. And like, fuck, I didn't look at nomenclature for 6 months and I get down there and I was like, oh, fuck. Like I had to like genuinely like study again, you know, and stuff. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked, man. I think I found something I'm good at. Unfortunately, as I think I told you guys before the show, I turned my hobby into a fucking job, essentially, because now I got to be down there for like jump master refresher all the time, and fucking I'm gonna have to teach students and be an instructor in the schoolhouse for it and stuff like that. So when you and Darren finally get down there, I might be teaching some of your classes. More than likely, I'll teach you PLF because I'm better at PLFs than fucking the average bear. And I'm good at teaching that sort of shit. So more than likely, I'd be teaching you how to fall.
You work well with gravity, huh?
I'm just really good at falling down. I'm clumsy.
Well, you could blame that on the alcohol. It's like,
oh yeah, probably. You know that, and just being clumsy. Fuck, but yeah.
How'd the trip in the little Maverick treat you,
bro? First of all, can I just say thank you? Cheers, buddy. Thank you for letting us borrow that. That was fucking rad.
The entire way down, he would not shut up. He's like, "This is fucking ridiculous." He's like, "I would have stopped 3 times already."
Yeah. 3 tanks of gas. 3 tanks of gas between here and Palaca, Florida.
And that's a small tank.
Yeah,
no, because when we filled it up, it was $35 to fill it up.
and it was about every quarter tank. When we got down about a quarter tank, anywhere between 100 and 125 miles, we'd fill it up.
Yeah, we never let it go run out, run low. But yeah, I was blown the fuck away by the thing.
Yeah,
and realistically, we probably could have did it in 2 fill-ups
if we'd have played the cards right. It was like on the last leg of the trip from Bonifay, Florida. It was 186 miles. And the range on the truck said like 199. And we're like, well, we'll top it off.
I know from experience, you're good for at least, what was it, 10 or
12
15 miles after it says 0.
Yeah.
So
all right.
It requires a little bit of drafting behind a semi, but you'll be good.
Oh, yeah. No, Mikey doesn't like to draft behind semis. Mikey likes to have the semis behind him.
Dude, me and John have something very much in common. And it's the trucker pass. Makes us both want to do fucking murder.
Yeah.
Like that shit drives me fucking batshit crazy. Because I drove the majority of the way home.
Yeah.
Mostly because, well, one, Dave's got one arm currently. Like he's like he would put his right hand in his pocket and just walk around like that. Like because he couldn't move it anywhere, right? So it was like his own version of traction. So he has one arm. And plus, Dave is a much more sensible driver than me and definitely you and definitely more than John. Because John's a fucking, like, I'm a lead foot. John fucking, I'm like, fucking get it, boy. Yeah. But I drive above the speed limit. I wouldn't say recklessly fast, but I drive fast. And there was a couple times where Dave was like, Mikey. And I'm like, what? And he's like, dude. And I look down. I'm like, oh, 96. Maybe back it off a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
I don't even know what that thing tops out at.
Well, it's more. It's less. It's more than 96. Yeah. So yeah. And I remember, I think I made the joke. I was like, why the fuck does speedometer go to 140? Like, it doesn't go that fast, right? Like, I don't know. But it is a fun little truck for being what it is. And the gas mileage you cannot fucking beat.
No,
like, that was amazing. So thanks for letting us use that, buddy. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We get down there and everybody's like, how'd you guys get down here? I'm like, we drove. And let me tell you what we drove. And let me tell you how many times we filled up. I bragged on it like the whole fucking time. I was bragging on it, man. I was like, this fucking thing's amazing. So Oh, I was stoked.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's not a bad little ride. It's got more room than I thought there was.
Yeah. It's a decent for the money too. It's a good buy.
Yeah.
For two people cross country loaded, it's good. I think if you stuck a third in there, it would get cramped for that person in the back.
Yeah. We were
But-
talking about maybe getting like a small little fucking little trailer next time to tow with the Maverick. One of those little tiny like fucking like
Like
you
that
know,
white one we have.
maybe even smaller than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like just a little one.
Grab
you know?
like one of the little baby U-Hauls, like the 3x5 that's only like 4 foot tall.
Either
Yeah.
that or what about a like a camper shell on it?
Camper shell would have increased it a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it until we were on the way back. We saw one of the trailer hitch platforms like you'd already got for the generator, and I was like, "Fuck, should have put that on."
Yeah.
Because we would have had all of the hard box shit
Yeah.
on that thing,
Yeah.
and that would have opened up all the room needed in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But we slept in so shout out to John too for letting us
Yeah.
use his tent and the fucking gigantic cot that he let me borrow. I think it's fucking massive. It's a fucking
It's-
full size bed, man.
it's a twin size bed,
We
basically.
call that a Carter cot.
Yeah.
Dude.
And there's only a couple people that'll get that. but-
Yes.
Dude, it's fucking awesome. Like
Yeah.
I fucking crashed on that thing. Slept like a baby. Another thing about staying with Dave, because Dave had to put up with me for a week. Well, Dave,
Earplugs.
as you guys know, Dave doesn't drink, and I would hang out and fellowship with all the team and stuff, and I would stay up until later, right? Usually one of the last to go to bed was me, right? And it always is that way because I'm a social guy. I'm hanging out. I'm having a couple beers. I never got drunk the whole time I was there. I think maybe one night I tied it on,
Yeah.
like Friday
Yeah.
night.
When you and CJ went back and forth shot for a bottle.
That fucker, yeah. We took a bottle or two to the face that night, yeah. And but credit to Dave. Dave grabbed earplugs so that way I wouldn't wake him up when I came in fucking loud. Not to mention the fact that I apparently snore like a fucking freight train.
Yes, he does.
And
Like he's louder than you, Scott. Before you had your CPAP,
I don't have a CPAP.
I thought you had one.
No, I've never had a CPAP.
No.
No.
Okay.
That's
Well,
John.
When you were drinking
Yeah.
and you snored like a motherfucker.
Yeah. That happens.
Yeah, that's like every night with this.
yeah. There's a reason I have a CPAP. I should probably use it.
You should absolutely use it after laying in the bed listening to your agonal respirations while you're trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Justin, what do we got in current events?
Yeah.
Well, did y'all see Elon took over Twitter
Oh,
in
yes.
true Elon fashion, kicked it off with a fucking dad joke, which I thought was fantastic.
With the sink.
With the sink. So there's a picture flying around of Elon Musk walking into Twitter HQ holding a sink, and he posted that on Twitter, and the caption just read, "Let that sink in."
Nice.
I feel like Jazz saw that and just got a little bit of a boner.
I guarantee.
Yeah.
And then he fired all the top executives, and I was
Yes.
like, gangster.
Even better, some of them just quit.
Yeah.
because they knew it was coming.
I think out of protest probably, but
Well, I believe one of them was the chief or director of people and diversity, which just sounds like a made up title to me. So I was like,
I think the one that didn't get fired or quit is probably the one that is going to show Elon all the illegal shit that Twitter did.
more
And
than
so
likely.
Elon is going to pay him handsomely.
Which fucking,
Yeah.
they're good on them.
Yeah.
Fucking, but
we might start more of a Twitter presence now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Because
also
freedom
heard,
is installed.
yes, which I think is fucking. I've been getting on it a little more recently, just to kind of see the changes that are being made, and I did notice the first day that Elon took over officially, and I guess they started putting a bunch of things that he wanted in the works. The N-word was the number one trending word on Twitter, which I guess
Like the actual N word.
yeah,
So
like
I heard-
hard R.
I
Hard R.
heard that people were doing that to see
Exactly, which
if it
is
would
what
get
I think.
censored or not. Because that's the
Yes.
fastest way to get censored.
That's a
100%.
real quick way to get
So-
shot
Yes.
down.
Were
Yeah.
they getting censored?
From what I can tell, it was like 150,000 trends or like of people using that. So I don't think so, but
There's a lot of rappers out there Man.
Yes.
Let's go
yeah.
to Twitter.
There's one less apparently.
There is one less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Houston took care of that issue, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody cares.
Yeah. Well,
I heard about it, but I
and that
don't
is
know.
the fucking trending news.
I don't know who it is.
quick and dirty of it is there's a famous rapper who's part of a trio called Amigos. I believe it's Offset or Takeoff is his street name. And apparently he was in Houston. Words were divided between people, got heated over a dice game. And homie had some holes put in him. And
Way to
Now
play
it's a
into
duo.
that stereotype.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So-
Dos Amigos is way better than Trace Amigos. So it just flows off the tongue a little bit better.
You're not wrong. But yeah. But
So-
no, I believe Elon's already reinstating certain accounts. I want to say, did Trump get his account
I
back?
think so.
I believe Trump got his account back. I don't know if he's actually going to use it because I know he's still doing the whole Truth Social thing.
Yeah, that's
Well-
kind of flopping.
Yeah.
What's trending right now is hashtag Trump is dead.
Excuse me for a second.
Yeah, but I think it's a troll because apparently the man boob reduction surgery caused an infection, but at least he died fighting for something he loved himself. Now, there's a bunch of people being really dog shit, but
Well, that's just Twitter on a daily basis, isn't it?
then who is it? Who's this fucking chud? Tim Heidecker? I don't know. It says, here's what we know. 1, Trump is dead, died badly. At Elon Musk has suppressed this news, or has he? Number 3, Donald Trump Jr. is now just plain Donald Trump. Please like and share.
Maybe they're doing that to see if that'll get censored for false information. or
Yeah.
something.
Maybe.
Do like some fact checking or something like
some
that.
like reverse, bullshit. So
I did see that Elon immediately fact checked the current
yes, I saw
commander in
that.
chief. That was glorious. I
Yeah.
did. I have a Twitter. I don't think I've logged into Twitter in probably 7 or 8 years. So most of my Twitter comes from the screen captures that are posted on other social medias.
Dave,
Yes.
fuck you. That's all you missed on Twitter for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I missed it on Twitter. I get it everywhere else.
Yeah. Dude, I've recently started like I'm a fan of the Astros who are in the
Right.
World Series right now. And
Congrats,
so-
buddy, by the way.
Thank you very much.
And well done on the sweep, Strohs. Fucking
Fucking
us
right.
Bostonians love you for it.
God damn it. But I'm a fan of the Astros. So I follow the Astros and a couple other accounts. And so for fun, I like to look at the replies of people. Like
Right.
it'll be the Astros posting a highlight. Fucking Bregman hit a home run, whatever.
Yeah.
And I go in there and there's 100 replies. There's maybe 2 positive replies of like fans. Nothing
Right.
crazy, just like let's go Bregman, Strohs
Yeah.
bring it home, something like that. The rest of it is just the fucking cesspool that is Twitter. And I'm in such a small part of it. I'm like, yeah, fuck this place.
It's
Like
probably just the bots, like
I
I
would
can't believe that there's that many piece of shit people out there that are attached to all these comments.
I would agree with that in certain aspects of it. I think in like the political realm, if you go look at a lot of like say Ben Shapiro or any of the
Yeah.
big political commentators, I would totally agree with that. I would say majority are probably bots, but you even look in like small niche, like gaming. I follow some gaming stuff, and that is more than likely real people because they're not going to hire bots for that.
Well,
Yeah.
but the purpose of the bots is to create division, or not to create division, but if they make a divisive statement that creates more people to engage.
The
That's
Hawkins
true.
razor fucking
So
very
I
true.
think it's
scenario.
I think it's that across the board. I don't care what the topic is.
Yeah. I'm also really curious. So like if I'm curious to see what happens with Twitter if Elon Musk implements everything and it becomes more of a free speech, they get rid of the bots. I'm curious if it's going to kill Twitter because
I hope he kills Twitter.
I
I hope he closes the fucking doors
yeah.
and just be like, yep, one thing gone.
I know
On to the next.
they're already hemorrhaging money kind of already because a bunch of advertisers, I think it was like 90% of their advertisers have pulled out because Twitter is now very, very hostile, I guess. Like
It's not okay.
It's
Well,
now hostile.
well,
It's
yeah.
been
I'm-
hostile,
I can't
man.
think of the right word. Polarized, but because the people on Twitter, don't want Twitter or don't want Elon to be running Twitter.
Of course not, because they'll get a taste of their own fucking medicine.
Absolutely.
That's that. I could be mean to you, but you don't dare bring it back my way.
100%.
Dish it out, but not take it type of shit.
Yes.
Well, it's the rules for me and not for thee thing.
Yes.
You know.
I agree.
But that's why they're now they're charging, or they're talking about charging $20 a month for people to keep their fancy check mark. Which
Who cares?
I'm
It's
fucking
fine.
like, fucking
Yeah.
if that's what it's got to take, like fucking cool. And then Elon Musk got into it with Stephen King where he was saying, fuck that, they should pay me. And Elon countered with $8 instead of $20. So he's haggling a little bit. But,
He's such a fucking troll,
dude,
man.
I fucking love it.
Dude,
I
that
love
guy
it.
cracks me the fuck up.
Yep. But yeah, so Twitter's in an interesting spot right now.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm gonna give probably less of a shit now.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't care.
Mhm.
I've never really given too much of a fuck about Twitter.
I think it's cool that somebody was able to buy it and just to fuck with the system. Like, that's good.
And just even if it's just to call out the hypocrisy of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
nice. It's nice to see that, you know, we have a public figure out there in America that isn't afraid of the status quo,
Yeah.
isn't afraid of cancel culture, does not give a single solitary fuck what anybody thinks, and and marches by his own set of ethical standards, right? And that I respect. You know, even if I don't agree with anything he says, I would still respect that.
Right.
You know, like, so pretty cool. It's interesting.
He also is inspiring more trolls. There were two guys that posted up outside of Twitter HQ with like the classic boxes, like they cleaned out their desk and gave an interview
It's brilliant.
of like they got fired and everything, and they ended it. The guy's name was like Ligma Johnson.
No, there was two guys.
There were two guys.
One was something Ligma and the other was something Johnson.
Yeah.
And the Ligma guy had a picture of Michelle Obama,
yes.
and his name was Ligma.
That's fucking
in this
funny.
interview, yeah. And they thought the news people ran with it like it was a real story,
Of course they did.
and now it's come out that they're fucking just awesome trolls.
That's fucking funny.
And then I believe he ended the interview with, "I've got to get home and touch base with my wife and husband," and then fucking dipped out.
And said that they don't know how they'll be able to make their payments on their Teslas.
Yeah.
Mike Gochin just texted me and he said, "You need to start a cult."
No, Mike, no. That is the last thing Mikey needs to do.
Why is that, pal?
He must be a couple episodes behind.
If this is the sock shoe thing, I swear to fucking God.
I'm sure
All
it
right.
is.
Like,
I mean, definitely don't start a cult around that.
Well, it would be
need more
one.
of that. That's true. Y'all been seeing what's going on with Kanye in the news?
dude, he is getting just royally
It's-
fucked, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's also doing some royally fucked shit. Like,
Yeah. Like, what did he did something real anti-Semitic.
So he put on Twitter, he put like, "I woke up, or tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on the Jews." And that started it all. And then he went into how the
Well,
Jews,
but he didn't say deaf. He said death. So that
did he put DEFCON?
Yeah, but I think it's because he was dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about? He's a genius.
Well,
He's a genius.
He's smarter
Lyrical
than
voice of a generation, motherfucker.
If you look at our bank accounts, he's a fuckload smarter than I am.
Yeah.
So
it's true. But yeah, and then he lost his Adidas deal.
Oh, he's lost all the deals, bro.
But one of the clips that was released is where he pulled the Adidas executives into an office and some of his buddies, and he showed the executives porn so he could illustrate how they're fucking him. Which I was like, I'm not even mad at that. That's kind of like the ballerest 2-week notice I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so he's been dropped from his agency, management, bank account shut down, and then he doubled down and said it's all because of the Jews. So yeah,
well, I don't think it, well,
Damn, man.
and then he claimed black people were the original Jews or
Yeah.
something.
Or black and slavery was a choice.
Yeah, it's very confusing to me because I'm
Well, and this is right after he did the White Lives Matter shirts
Yep.
with Candace Owens and
which
like,
I thought like the White Lives Matter shirt. I thought that was just kind of like looking in the mirror of like y'all are getting mad at this, but like
yeah.
come on now. And I was like, okay, but I guess that was he got a little bit of a bump from that, and he was like, not enough coming for you Jews. Like
yeah, right? Like
but,
what the fuck?
Yeah, so he's I don't know what's going on with that. He's
Yeah.
gone on a few podcasts because I believe all of his social media has been removed and everything like that. So
Yeah, he didn't have a good October.
no,
Not a good
no.
month for Kanye.
He also made another comment. I can't remember exactly. I'll try to look it up, but he essentially equated himself to a school shooter, which was
Oh, yeah, what was
bizarre.
that? He said something.
Yeah, let me
Huh.
look that up real quick.
It's not what I want to be associated with.
Not at
yeah.
all. Not at all.
But I know that I think Kim Kardashian ended up paying for like a whole hump of private security to go to their kids' school and shit like that. Like I was like, fuck, man, he's off his meds or something.
What meds? That dude has never been on meds. Fuck.
He should be.
Well,
I think he was on meds.
There's been a couple sane days. I'm sure he was on something.
I don't know, dude. You know, it's funny too because Kim Kardashian, is not a stupid person.
No.
She's not a dumb woman. Like she is a law school graduate. She has her shit together. She's made herself a mogul
Yeah.
in the world for doing nothing other than fucking taking a dick. Right? Like, I mean, and the whole thing was a business strategy.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, she's not stupid, but the work she does for like, you know, like prison reform and things like of that nature, it takes a level of maturity and poise that I just cannot understand why the fuck someone like that would marry and have children with Kanye West. Like, I don't get it, right? Like,
I'm curious if
so there's got to be some normal days, yeah.
I agree. I'm curious, or if it was just more secluded craziness. Like if he wasn't putting all of his crazy out into the world. I
Yeah.
mean, they had the TV show and everything, but I don't think he was ever on it. But I wonder if it was more secluded crazy and she kind of had more of a handle on it. And then it just kind of spilled out into the world and she was like, fuck this noise.
Yeah.
Got the fuck out. But
I mean, Justin, you're skinny, dude. Skinny white guy. She's into that these days.
you are like the fifth person this week to tell me I look like Pete Davidson. So
Oh, no. I wouldn't say that.
thank
He
you.
looks like a cancer patient.
My mother told me I look like Pete Davidson.
Oh,
Well,
Mom.
Yeah.
You may have similar size, but that's about it.
Yeah, you're a skinny white dude. That doesn't mean
You're
you
not
look
as
like him.
pale white. Like he's a sickly white.
The sad part is he's also like 6'4". Like he's a taller dude.
Is he that tall?
He's pretty tall.
Really?
Yeah. He's a taller guy. But
I don't know. His fucking comedy's been cracking me up lately.
he's
He-
had his moments.
Like he especially when he brought up the Kanye thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had an AIDS scare. Kanye West told me I have AIDS. And he's a genius, so maybe I do. Like, fucking hilarious, man.
That he's pretty solid.
Yeah.
But-
it was funny as
Oh.
fuck.
So the quote about the school shooting was he was responding to Lil Boozy, who I believe is another rapper, and he said, "Don't speak to me, you little nerd ass. Me come smack me or come shoot me. I'm the one that got bullied by the entire black celebrity community. Now I'm back to shoot the school."
Wow.
So he used
Yeah.
it as a metaphor.
He did use it as a metaphor.
Wow.
Shitty metaphor though.
Probably a little too soon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just bad taste.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Eminem can make Columbine jokes these days, then why the fuck can't he? Can't
That's not a joke though. There was no joke there.
Yeah.
That was just a
That was like it sounded like it honestly almost came through as a threat.
yeah.
Because he was like, "Come smack me, come shoot me. I'm back. I'm coming to shoot the school up." Like,
Yeah.
it was fucking. I see where he was going.
Yeah.
Didn't go the right way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
near miss.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah,
Well, enough about that family.
yeah,
Kanye, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. If you would like to come on the Freedom Friends podcast,
Oh, yeah.
we would love to have you, pal. I would love to have a deep dive into the psyche that is you. Sit around, have some cigars and some booze with some veterans, and let's Let's talk about it, man. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it. Let's just,
Let's work through some problems.
let's
We
work
all
through
can have PTSD together.
Goddamn
yeah,
right.
We understand each other's. We just don't understand yours.
Yeah. and then that maybe that's just a phone call, or maybe that's just a conversation away. Maybe if we sit down and have an
Yeah.
honest to God conversation with no bullshit and no flack and no noise. Fuck it, man. Maybe we can actually like get out the word, and you could actually say maybe we can understand each other a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm open to that. So hey, Yee, we're in San Antonio. Hit us up. Okay. What, Justin? What's wrong? I think I just broke him. I think I broke the producer.
You keep saying ye,
Yeah.
but it's Kanye.
Yeah, it's Yee.
All right.
He changed his name.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Yee.
He changed his name to Yee.
That's yeah. You got the
You
Yeezys
loser.
now. It wouldn't be the Yeezys.
Fair. You got me.
Speaking of guests on podcasts, Dr. Phil on Rogan.
Yeah. Dave and I listened to Dr. Phil on Rogan on the way home. Interesting.
Spitting some fucking truth.
Yeah, dude, he was fucking ears with truth out there. Yeah, he was. And
He's never came across as crazy to me.
No. However, like Dave brought it up when he first came up, when I first put it on. Dave was like, do you remember the bum fights guy that went on Dr. Phil's show dressed as Dr. Phil?
He got yeah. Right. So
and Dr. Phil was like, you make your living exploiting people. And the guy just kind of looks at him and he's like, you make your living exploiting people. Because he does. I mean, let's call it what it is.
You're
I mean,
not
that's,
wrong.
That's what it is. And like, that's what all those daytime talk shows were, right? Like Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake, all of them from the 90s. Like they all did the same thing. They found train wrecks of people
Yeah.
and put them on.
Who was the You're Not the Father guy?
Maury
Maury
Povich.
Povich. Yeah.
That dude was like, are you willing to come on my show and embarrass the fuck out of yourself?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
It's not like you went on that show knowing the results were going to be, yep, you're the father. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Show's over.
Although Dr. Phil can claim he popularized the most money making OnlyFans
It's true.
person in the world.
Catch me
So-
outside. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can claim that. Looks good on
I
the old
still
resume.
wouldn't pay to see those tits.
Hmm.
No.
Get a lot of crickets on this. The camera over there.
I mean,
just go to Reddit.
nah,
They're on there.
You're not wrong.
Just go to Reddit, man.
not wrong.
It's all on Reddit.
No, she was an attractive young lady until she spoke any words. And then it was like, well,
She's the reason that, have y'all heard the term hot Cheetos girl?
No.
So that is a new phrase.
But I know one.
Yeah. So when you can just kind of hear it and you know what it is, but if you don't, just watch 10 minutes of the Catch Me Outside girl, and that is basically what people are calling a hot Cheetos girl.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yes.
So Jules, who I work with,
Yeah.
is an avid hot Cheetos eater and makes hot Cheeto jokes all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why this is really funny to me. She's a hot Cheetos girl.
That's
She is also not a fan of uncooked tortillas.
No, she is not.
Mikey, can you ice me?
I can, buddy. I'm going to show you a text message
Okay.
from Jules. I'll get you ice first.
Yeah, it's November 1st, so keep the ice coming.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. I'm just using my hand. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind.
I didn't think you
I'll
would.
sterilize it with this alcohol.
Yeah. I'm going to just pull this up real quick. Don't fat thumb it. So I text her and I was like, I sent her a picture of the Buc-ee's in Alabama because on our way out to Florida, when her and I were driving there,
Yeah.
we stopped there for breakfast and their tortillas were shit, right? They were dog shit. Like, and she got fucking angry. So I sent her this picture of Buc-ee's and I said, it's your least favorite one in Alabama. And I'm going to let you read it
Okay.
because there's no fucking way I can get away with saying this. So
No way at all.
No, you can't say it.
I can't say this text message. I can't. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna send it to you, Justin, because
What am I gonna do?
You're gonna laugh.
You're gonna laugh at it.
I was like, are you volunteering me to say it?
No, 100%.
I can read it. I got it.
You got a way to read.
Yep, I got a way to read it.
Hang on a second. Well, I'm gonna send it to him first,
Okay.
and then
Just get that timestamp ready in case we need to.
No, I got this.
all right, go ahead.
Fucking Saget's place. Fucking Bob Saget can't fucking cook Bob Saget.
Well done, Scott. Well done.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah,
You're also going to need to be familiar with Saget's comedy to pull that one off.
No, just
Yeah.
rhymes with his name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now we just need to have Jules on next week.
Yeah.
Put her name to the face.
fucking Gochin. So this is what it was. This is the whole thing. I said, why is that, buddy? And he says, I had a customer come in to buy a Hero Sports cigar to help Mikey keep his job. And I jokingly said, Mikey got fired for how he puts on his socks and shoes. And he said, fuck them. I burned all my grunt style shirts when they let him go, and I won't support them anymore either. But I explained that I was just kidding. He bought a handful of cigars.
That's funny.
I don't know who you are, dude, but fucking A. Thanks for having my back, man. He's like, you have quite a following. I just read that.
Oh, one thing
Hilarious.
that so a little bit on the Kanye thing, but he went on Lex Friedman's podcast.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that that Lex Friedman invited him on there, which I thought was really cool, is he was like, I think everybody needs someone in their life that calls them out on their bullshit.
Right.
And so he was talking to him, and he was kind of getting his point of view across and everything. And he's like, I think you need someone that calls you out on your bullshit. So I'm going to call you out on your bullshit right now. So like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Which then Kanye fucked up and pushed back and was like, this isn't bullshit. This is how I feel, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting that someone
Right.
of more popular side was like, you're one of the most famous people in the world. I'm going to call you out on your bullshit publicly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
We got a visitor in the studio. Hi, Abby. You want to come say hi?
Got a mic right here.
We got a microphone.
She's a teacher. She doesn't want her face being associated with this.
She's a smart teacher too.
Justin's soon-to-be wifey.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way, love. Yeah.
My fiance stopped by because she left her card and her ID in my wallet. Oh, never mind. I'm getting yelled at.
She's like, don't make me look like a stupid idiot in front of all your weirdo people that watch your show.
She's gonna stew on that until you get home, and then it's gonna be on all hell.
all
No,
good.
they're not married. They're not married yet.
Just remind her, it's your house. That'll work.
You know what?
That'll
I
totally-
keep saying that, and she doesn't see my side of it, but I just need someone to call me out on my bullshit. So.
You know what you should do? Just blame the Jews, bro. It seems
I
to
mean,
work.
they run the housing district, so like, and the banks. I just can't get one up, bro.
Good God. We shouldn't be making these jokes without John here. John gives us legitimacy on these. No, right now, we're just being anti-Semitic and shit.
Not really.
Well, half of them
Hey,
does.
hey, we all have a Jewish friend, so it's okay.
That's true. Emery counts. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like top tier too. So
yeah he's pure Jew.
That's just because
Yeah.
he's tall.
That's real deal Jew right there. That's like one of God's legit chosen right there, man. Like fuck, he's up there. He's doing well, by the way. He told me to tell everybody hi.
Nice.
Yeah.
And of course, I think his exact words were, "Tell them all I said hi and to stay Jewish." So
You know, one thing that I've come to learn when we do this show is every now and then I have to remind myself that we have like mics and cameras around, because when everything's off, there's like a tier of jokes we're allowed to make. And then
absolutely.
when everything's on, it's like a lower tier of
Yeah.
jokes. And one
Yeah.
just came to me and I went to open my mouth. I was like, cameras and mics are on. That's
See, you're at least lucky. You turn your mic off between conversations.
It still picks it up. Y'all just can't hear it.
Yeah.
It still records
But,
it.
oh
now.
no, I know, but you turn yours off. So if you say
Oh.
something, you're
Yeah.
in the clear. But because you actually have to fucking push your button before you say your statement, right? Whereas us, we're just like, Justin, can you swipe that later, bro? I don't feel like losing my entire livelihood this week.
Like
over a
Scott said,
joke.
you have to care to get canceled.
That's true.
It's true. It's very true.
But
No. My job is to try to make money for a nonprofit. If they
you should probably care a little.
if they think I'm a piece of shit, like, it could end really badly.
Yeah, it works way better when we know you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, right. Shit.
Take the think out of it, man.
Hero Sports Cigar was a big hit down there in Florida. Real big hit.
Good.
Yeah.
It's my coastie.
Is it the Coastie?
It is.
Fucking A.
Answer it. Put them on the show.
Ah.
Just be like, what do you want? What do you want? I almost did it.
I watched it. I just watched it happen. I was like, I'm going to cut that.
He's already with a timestamp marker. He's
I
like,
was like,
okay.
Mikey, that's your nickname for me. Don't you call that? Don't call
Don't you
everybody
dare.
that. Yeah, that's just for me.
what are you guys doing in here?
If you've listened to this show long enough,
Redacted stuff.
you know what he was going to say.
Oh, fuck, man. I guess it's safe to say there's no Jazz tonight.
Yeah. He's
He's
like,
a busy man.
He is.
He's a busy man.
He is.
I was reading the back of this bottle.
It's a good one.
It says good things come in threes. It's a belief that served us well in distillation. So we gave it a try with maturation. Our bourbon and sherry casks were introduced to, Jesus, what the fuck does that word mean? We're introduced to Malaga casks, delivering a new taste experience. Triple distilled, now triple cask, for a subtle sweetness and extra drop of smoothness. Okay.
It's true.
It is fucking really nice, man.
I'll take your word for it.
It's very good.
If a taste could imbibe the smell of freedom and titties. Jameson triple. Jameson, give us money.
Wouldn't that be double double?
No. Freedom and titty 1, titty 2. That's 3.
Okay.
Yeah. It's true.
I like how Dave had to do the math for Mikey.
Dave is very matter of fact. He's very,
It's
very matter
true.
of fact.
Oh, another thing
What
that
do you-
happened in the news that I know Scott's gonna enjoy. The Pelosi household was broken into.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to comment on this yet because I really don't understand exactly what happened.
It does. How it's
There-
laid out
there-
is weird.
There could be more to the story.
Yeah.
I don't want to say there is until I know there is.
I missed all of this. What happened?
So
like-
somebody broke into Pelosi's house and ended up beating Paul with a hammer
Get the fuck out of
pretty
here.
seriously.
What? Her husband?
Yeah, because Nancy was in DC. You haven't heard any of this, huh?
I've heard none of this. I'm seriously, dude. Like this
Yeah.
last week, I have
But
not
there's
turned my phone on.
rumors floating around that it was Paul's gay lover and yada yada. I don't know. So who knows? I don't want. Yeah,
Well, look at his wife. Is it really that surprising the guy likes dicks?
yeah. I don't know.
Live your truth, Paul. We're here for you, pal.
Just don't.
Paul Pelosi, if you'd like to come on the Freedom Friends podcast.
Please.
We're gonna need a
Please.
few more bottles of Jameson triple.
Yeah. We'll make sure someone drives you. We know you're not good at doing that drunk.
We'll put all the hammers away.
There'll be no hammers, including John, including John, who was actually hammered via his call sign.
No, that's Paul Pelosi's new call sign.
Yeah, right.
Actually hammered it.
Oh man,
Yeah,
hammered.
I don't want
six.
to talk about it yet. I think we'll wait until we know
Okay.
more.
I don't think we'll ever know. Is he okay?
No, he had to go to surgery and had a cracked skull.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this.
But the guy was in his underwear and there was no,
The guy who did it was in his underwear.
yeah. And supposedly, I can't confirm. And there was no breaking and entering.
So the guy was already in his underwear in the house.
I think so.
Yeah.
Something's fishy.
Yeah.
But obviously it's because of the fucking mega fucking people that this is why it happened. And
Yeah, definitely.
it's all-
It's definitely the right wing's fault
yeah,
somehow.
it's not just a crazy person.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. The world's getting real tired of her shit.
yeah, but her clock is ticking. Like fuck. I mean, either death or like an election away. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
she's not going to be there much longer.
If the alcoholism doesn't take her first.
Well,
Hey, man. All I know, them titties. Them titties.
So
Them
though.
heavies, bro. Them
Those
heavies.
heavies right there.
Ooh.
so gross. God, that's gross.
Just fun bags. Just
Oh, that'd be an
Yeah, but
interesting.
they have an expiration date and they're like
They all do.
way expired.
That's fair. I mean,
she's got like that really leathery skin between them. She's got like that leathery between the boobs.
from wearing the low cut pantsuit.
I'm in my fucking. I'm an old chick who has fake titty skin right here. It's like that weird crease.
She's not
The
an
silly
old chick.
wrinkles.
She's old. She's
Yeah.
old.
Yeah,
Like she's in her 80s, right?
she's gotta be.
Let's find it.
She's gotta be.
Like that's yeah.
Those are great tits for an 80s.
Oh God, it's so not right.
Scott, it's titties.
It's Nancy Pelosi's titties. Jesus Christ, man! Like if you go,
A great set of tits can be ruined by who they're attached to.
well,
Example,
that-
AOC.
that is true.
But I would. But
That's true.
AOC's would be an acceptable conversation right now. Like I would allow the conversation about AOC's titties to happen.
Oh, in the world of politics, she's got great tits.
Miss Nancy's, we got to cut this conversation off right
I
now.
don't know, man. Who's got the best tits in politics?
Mm,
Some would argue Donald Trump. Just saying.
that's a good question.
Some would argue that.
That would be a fun game
Chris
show.
Christie had some man boobs. That dude had some fucking knockers on him.
That'd be a fun game show if you just show like the chest only, and then like you're like
Name the politician.
good tits, and then they show the face, and then it's like
And you're
Nancy
like,
Pelosi. You're like, damn, fuck. And it's like bad tits, and it's like fucking.
Tulsi Gabbard or
There we
something.
go. Yeah, You're like, hey,
Right?
That'd be an interesting game show. I would definitely lead off with Jazz with just Greta. Either one, just be like,
Well, hopefully it's the one that's of age.
All right,
oh yeah,
God, Justin.
They both might be of age at this point.
that's true. She's been sailing around on that boat for a minute.
No, she was like
How old's-
14
how
when that
old's old
started.
Miss Thunberg?
She was like 14 then, so I'm gonna say she's like 16 or 17.
Well, that's plus or minus a year, and we're in.
I don't think that's how the law works, buddy.
19 years old,
She's 19.
born January 3rd, 2003.
Oh, green light, bro. Green light. Green light. Yeah, fucking A.
Green light to catch these fucking hands.
Right.
How dare you?
And I don't associate her with being a fucking female.
How dare you? You've stolen my titties. You've stolen my life. Shut the fuck up.
How are you 14 and passionate about anything?
Yeah. I don't see how she could be 14 then if she's 19 now.
It was a long time ago,
It
man.
hasn't been that long, man.
Yeah,
It's been like 3 years.
You're fucking old, dude. Time flies when you're having fun.
Hi, pot. I'm the kettle.
I'm just saying.
Scott just says it how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. What you got there? What you smoking on?
A Lancero. I haven't had a Lancero in fucking weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got the old 762 Garrison going on.
Little Rosado Lancero?
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. How about you, Dave? What you got?
50 Field.
Little Maduro?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm over here on the Sumatra on the 762 field. Had a Hero Sports cigar earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out. We were setting up a range out of the Pipe Creek property. So apparently, we took some National Guardsmen out and they fucking missed all kinds of animals and couldn't shoot for shit. So we're gonna take veterans that we take out hunting to the range first to make sure that there's dopes on.
Yeah, especially National Guard.
Yeah, especially National Guard guys. So
I could have told you that before you took him out, but
I mean, so I wasn't in town, man.
oh.
So I probably did say something before we took him out.
Yeah. Safe bet.
But yeah, you guys talked about the hunt on the podcast last week. Actually, it was the Finding 69th hunt.
Yes, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
did not
cool.
know that story. That's fucking sweet.
About them being activated for that. So to
Yeah.
go even deeper in their lineage, man, they were a part of the Battle of Antietam back in the fucking Civil War,
Holy shit!
which is considered the bloodiest day in American history because both North and South fought in it. Obviously, right?
Yeah,
It was the bloodiest battle of the American Civil War, and the Fighting 69th was there. And they actually have a monument right outside of this place they call Bloody Lane. And Bloody Lane is a small little culvert that was dug. And they called it Bloody Lane because after the battle, it was flowing with blood.
Jesus.
And there's a Fighting 69th Irish Brigade monument right there. I have a picture of me and my buddy Travis standing in front of it.
You ever go to like any of those old Civil War fucking battlefields and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to quite a few of them, and man, it's crazy to hear the stories.
Yeah, it's wild.
and then see like 20,000 people died here, and it's like a fucking 5-acre fucking open field.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
5 acres. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, you couldn't even walk through it because
Well,
it was 2 bodies high.
Antietam was an interesting one because that's also where the American Red Cross was established. Like Clara Barton lived there on Antietam battlefield. And so she's the one that is credited for, starting the whole fucking American Red Cross. And because she was saving both sides, just in there fucking
Right.
helping lop off limbs and shit and saving lives.
Yeah.
They lost like more fucking generals than any other combat operation in history in that thing. And like everywhere where a general died, there's a cannon that's like stood up. And that signifies that a general died right there. And there's fucking like all over the place. It's like,
Huh.
holy fuck, man, we lost a lot of generals, a lot of leadership in this fucking fight,
That was also when generals were actually on the battlefield.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, man, it's a surreal place. It's right outside of Sharpsburg, Maryland, in Western Maryland. And I've been there. I've been to Gettysburg. Gettysburg is kind of cool. It's I don't know, it's kind of eerie. Gettysburg's kind of eerie because it's like in a forest. There's like a forest around Gettysburg, right?
Mhm.
Whereas Antietam is just open,
Yeah.
fucking like farmlands and shit. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge.
I went to Gettysburg when I was younger, like 7 or 8. But
Yeah.
I want to go back because I wasn't really old enough to like understand a lot of it. And so that's one of the trips I want to take back there just to kind of go.
One of the
fucking
coolest
remind.
places I've been was, I can't remember what they call it, but Washington, his house.
Monticello?
Monticello,
Is that Monticello?
No.
No. Producer?
Mount something.
Mount Vernon, or
Maybe.
oh fuck,
But it was really cool. It's like where he's buried, and like,
Yeah.
the house, the actual house is there. And
yeah,
he had a pretty baller piece of property.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, George fucking Washington,
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon,
Yeah.
that's
That's,
what it
it's
is.
a really
That's
cool
right.
place.
Monticello was Adams.
Okay,
I don't know.
Adams or Jefferson? I don't remember. We're obviously rusty on our fucking Civil War trivia. Because I always thought the story between Adams and Jefferson was really interesting, because they fucking hated each other during like their political runs and stuff. Like, even though he served as the vice president for Adams,
Well, they were different parties, weren't they?
they were.
That was Thomas Jefferson.
It was Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
Was Marcello.
Yes.
Um,
According to the almighty Google.
the almighty Wikipedia. Okay. Yeah, their relationship was really weird because they couldn't stand each other while they were actively in politics.
I think that.
and then reconciled years later via letters and just fucking became
yeah.
basically pen pals until they died. And then they died not far off from each other, like a few months. But
Yeah.
Well, my Coast Guard boys hitting me up for more cigars. He passed them out on the boat. I guess they were a hit. So,
yeah.
fucking told you.
Tell them to go to warfightertobacco.com. Use
There
that
you
code
go.
FTFO. Squeeze yourself a sweet 15% off.
I have one last question, and we can probably call it there.
Okay.
This is one I thought about doing for a masturbate, but I don't think it'd go long enough. With
A what?
a masturbate?
He said it a little quick.
You did say a little quick there.
He's like, it sounded like you said the actual fucking act of.
Oh no,
Like you said, the debate part didn't come out very prominent.
no.
It was just silent on the D.
Yeah, right. Zing.
With the upcoming elections, do you think that all these social media platforms that have been leaning heavy one side are going to swing back the other way or go more neutral? What do y'all think is going to be the outcome for a lot of those platforms?
Well, I don't think they can swing the other way without going neutral first.
Yeah.
I think if they're smart, I would say the fuck out of it. I was them.
Yeah.
And just stick neutral.
Well,
they're not neutral right now. That's the only thing. Like, do you think they're going to come back to neutral and stay there?
I
Do you
don't think
think
they
they're going
ever
to go? Is
I
the
don't-
pendulum going to swing?
I don't think they ever will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't.
Yeah,
I think
they'll probably stick firm exactly where they are.
I think they've gone too far down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
And all their support comes from
I
one
don't
side.
know. The pendulum's got to swing back at some point, and when it does, I think all of society will follow. Because
We're gonna need another monumental fucking crazy thing to happen though, like 9/11 or something,
Maybe.
in order for that to happen. I think.
or yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I wish it could just be like a good president who would bring a country together, which I don't know if we're going to see that, but I wish there was somebody we could vote for that would
yeah.
not be a cunt.
Yeah. Or worthless.
Yeah.
The problem is that anybody who's like worth a shit doesn't want to be in politics.
I know.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Like you'll never have just a regular dude.
I still think
That's
I still think it should be like jury duty. I really do.
Yeah.
like winning the lottery.
Sorry, bud,
No,
you're
I'd be
president.
losing the lottery.
Yeah,
But
you'd
I
lose
think
the
for
lottery.
maybe not president. Maybe it should be like I don't know.
I think the other piece to it too is anybody worth the shit either doesn't want to be in politics or it's gate kept so hard by all the shit bags in
Yeah.
politics. They can't actually get
Oh,
their foot in the door to
yeah.
make a difference.
I think everybody just needs to pray for that meteorite, and then that would solve a lot of problems.
For real.
Giant meteorite 2024. Bring it
Yeah.
on.
Washington D.C. meteorite.
Well, it's like to that point, like, you know, an analogy that I'm dealing with right now. Like, I'm a jump master now, right? If I go up to anybody who went through jump master school at Benning, no, I am not. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. Because I'm not.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I wouldn't claim to be, right? So it's kind of like a regular guy can't go up to like a politician, like a career politician, and be like, "I'm a politician." No, you're not. You got elected to your first term, but you're not me. Type of thing,
Well,
right?
yeah.
And because people guard it, like they covet that fucking star and reef. They
But
covet that fucking.
But if you
term.
want to have the title politician, then I don't want you to be a politician.
True,
I want you to be an elected official,
yeah,
not a fucking politician.
yeah.
You can be a representation of the people who elected you.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, a congressman or a senator shouldn't have an opinion. It should, everything they say should be the opinion of my fucking people
Yes.
is this.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gives a fuck. I'm not electing somebody for their opinions. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. The system.
I'm elected you to fucking represent me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You're
system's
supposed to
so
represent
broken.
me, man. Like, and you don't. That's a problem. But
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I know who's not going to fix it is us three fucking chuds.
No.
I know that. You know, like we can bitch and complain until we're blue in the face, but unfortunately, the only way to fix it is to vote accordingly. And so I highly encourage everybody,
That ain't even a way to fix it.
get out there and fucking vote, man. Get out there.
Yeah. Vote for.
It's not perfect, but it's what we got.
Yeah. Vote for the piece of shit that'll be in next. That's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Vote for the one that's less shitty, I guess.
give us somebody to vote for that we want to have that position, not somebody that's not as bad as the other guy.
Like who would you like to see? Like if like anyone in the world right now, who would you like to see go to like to not even necessarily president, to just be an elected official? Would you
Well,
have
I
anyone in mind?
want it to be somebody I don't know, because if I know them, then or know of them, then it's an issue. Like, I think it should just be like, I don't know. I would rather walk into an auto body shop and pick a random dude and be like, this is your job now. Or, I mean, I would rather it be anybody who has no like
Political history.
no political history, no agenda, like that just has common sense. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go, demonstrating my toxic trait again. Just assuming that people have common sense.
I know, right?
The problem is that it's just so.
well, there are
fucking-
people that have common sense. It's
But it's
people you've never heard of though.
Yeah,
Because
well,
they're not popular. They're just
It's all
like-
subjective though, man. Like it's all.
I think it's because they're not as
Yeah.
polarizing.
yeah.
Like
Well, okay, if I had to pick one person that I would want to say would be president, Tony Goins. Dave knows who I'm talking about. Like,
I would be.
and I don't even know if we have the same views on on policies. I don't care because he's a reasonable fucking person.
Yeah.
Like it takes somebody.
Who was the governor of Wyoming? Who was that guy? Younger dude, fucking was a conservative guy, but real fucking cool, avid outdoorsman, big into conservation.
Mark Gordon.
Maybe.
I don't know.
When does that guy get into office?
2012 to 2019.
Yeah, that might be him. Look like a big dude, bald head.
Nope, he's got hair.
Who took over after him?
This isn't making for good.
Yeah.
Good podcasting.
Yeah. You know Jamie, pal.
No,
You know
no,
Jamie.
definitely not.
Give him 10 years.
Can we ever hook it up to where like it pops up on the screen?
Yeah, we could.
That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah.
We should do that.
I mean, then y'all are just going to be facing away.
Yeah, that's true. We could put a TV down right
yeah,
there.
we could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
Or we
easy.
could just fucking turn.
Well, there's two other people on the other side of the bar.
Well, they just have to
Yeah.
turn.
That's exactly what he said, though. We'd be facing away
Yeah.
because for us to
Put
see
another
it.
one over here so they can just turn.
Mikey's like,
Right
how
there.
difficult can we make this?
right there.
Let's make this as most
in the
difficult as
middle.
possible.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was the guy's name?
I'm still finding out who took over for
I
him.
think his name's immaterial. What's the point?
Yes.
Anyways, he's a good fucking dude. He seemed like a good guy.
Yeah.
As far as fucking, politicians go, that guy seemed like a real fucking even keel, middle of the road type of dude that made decisions not because they were easy, but because they were the right thing to
Right.
do.
That's the thing.
And-
Like it's crazy that like nobody's taken that stance of like, this is the decision we need to make and follow because it's right. Like, when's the last time you've heard anybody report on somebody that just says, hey, this is the right thing to do?
Yeah.
It's more like, this is what we're doing because fuck those guys and fuck him. And like, this is, it's all fucked
No, I
up.
agree. Like the thing is they don't anymore. They'd rather make take the easy way out, or be malicious about something.
Yeah.
They're use and for or against an agenda
Right.
when it really shouldn't be like that. I agree. It should
No.
be, where is the best interest of the American people actually lying? Like, where is
And if the
that
government
line?
truly wanted the best interest of the people, it would be single issue items that were voted on, not
Yeah.
this
Oh.
big packages and bills and
and we've gone
bullshit.
through that a million times. I think we all fucking agree on that. So
I think the scare tactics are getting kind of old too now. Like
Yeah.
it's a war on everything. It's the end of democracy.
Yeah, the
like,
end of the world. The fucking
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
threatening these people's lives through your words and actions.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well, words are violence now, and it's
Yeah.
like fuck you, man.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
No,
All right?
nobody believes it anymore.
If you can't have a conversation, then you can't fucking fix anything.
mhm.
And the fact is that these days we're incapable of having conversations.
Yeah.
You know, and what we need
No,
is
no,
someone
we-
to bring conversations back into that fucking
Yeah.
realm of possibility.
Politicians are incapable of that. People are fine yet.
I don't know, man. I think it's starting to be the point where people aren't fine with having
Yeah.
conversations either because you just get shut down.
When's
just shut you
the
down.
last time you've been somewhere and like tried to have a conversation and got shut down?
Truthfully,
Yeah.
it's been recent. It's been recent. I won't call it out, but it's been recent. Where like they just like don't want to have that conversation because of political reason. I mean, because they assume that I lean one way or the other, which is if you fucking anybody who actually knows me knows that I don't. Knows that I can sit down and have a conversation with anybody. Right? Like if Dave and I have polarizing views on something, I could sit down and I'll find a common ground with Dave that we can build a conversation on. You know, and if it is something that we just vehemently disagree on, that's fine. And that's okay. But
Yeah.
we can still have a civilized conversation about something that we disagree on.
But that goes back to Scott's point. And I mean, it was several years ago, and I think it was Steve Buscemi that said it, but he's like, if you shut your TV off and talk to your neighbor, you're going to discover that we're all still reasonable individuals.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or something along those lines.
Something like that. Yeah.
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 Yeah. The
You know,
good people are still around you.
you
Yeah.
just take the voice that's whispering behind your fucking shoulders and shut it off and have a conversation with the person next to you, and you'll discover that we're all pretty much right on line.
I thoroughly enjoy talking to people that I completely disagree with if I can have a conversation with them.
Oh yeah.
If it's not emotional, I mean,
Yeah.
it can even be emotional, but as long as there's like an exchange and it's not like a shouting match or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Tell me your side and
Yeah.
give me information
Yeah.
because information is key.
Help me
know?
understand your point of view.
Don't give me the because I have to, or because this and because they said. Tell me why.
You want a
Yeah.
good example of this? I actually just heard a story from Carl, from Tactical Rifleman Carl. He was telling me a story that they had raided this general's house in Iraq, right? And the general had been long gone. This was in 2003, in the beginning stages of the war and everything. They go into this general's house, and he opens up this fucking box. There's like a wooden box. And he opens it up. It's real nice, felt lined and stuff. And there's a pistol in there, and it's like this like ivory handled pistol. And there's a picture of Saddam Hussein presenting it to this general in the
Right.
top of the box. So Carl immediately was like, "This would be a really cool thing for like my man room, but I have kids, so I would probably get it demilled." And he picked it up and racked it as you do, and he noticed it was already demilled. And he looked down, and there was kids' toys in the freaking room of this Iraqi general's house. And he's like, we're all the fucking same, man.
Yeah.
He's like, the general had that pistol demilled because he had kids around. We all do that stuff.
Right.
The fact that we just grew up in different fucking areas of the world doesn't mean that we're different. You know, and military is military, right? Veterans are veterans. It really, like, we're all so fucking similar, regardless of where we're actually from.
Yeah.
We're all gung ho for our country. You're supposed to be. It's patriotism.
Right.
You know,
I think the best explanation of that is the World War II veterans, the American and British meeting the Germans, the guys that they fought against. Like there's the story of one dude that came on shore on D-Day and was shot. Well, fast forward 50, 60 years, he met another guy who was in one of the pillboxes. And the guy that got shot, he had some form of identifier on him. It was he had an armband or something. But the German soldier remembered shooting at that guy where this guy came on shore. It turns out he was the guy that shot him. It was just 50 years later, and they're just sitting there talking over a cup of coffee. and
Yeah.
they came to, it's a common ground thing.
See, I will, however, tell you on the flip side of that coin, though, when they brought fucking Marine veterans back to Iwo Jima for the fucking thing, there were old men trying to kill each other with their walkers and shit on top of Suribachi. They had to fucking start hiring security for that fucking event. So it goes both ways.
I respect that too.
Like they were like, fuck you. Like, just a bunch of old, like 70, 80-year-old dudes swinging their fucking canes at each other and shit from both sides, man. Like a lot of hatred still there. Like, ugh.
Can't take the Marine out of the fight, right?
You're goddamn right, man. Like fucking jarhead till the day they die. Yeah. So
All right, it's time.
Yeah.
let's,
Paid in bills.
let's pay them. OWellness.us for all your CBD needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. That gets you a quarter off your order. Icy Tech coolers for some quality coolers. Big enough to fucking put in the back of your truck. By the way, Justin, good job on the ads last week. You and John fucking crushed it, and I was like, "Look at these motherfuckers!" I was kind of bummed that John wasn't going to be here because I was be like, "No, you do them now." But yeah, go to go to Icy Tech Coolers. Check out icytech.com for those who get it. Use that code FreedomFriends10. That'll get you 10% off. And of course, our good buddies over here at Warfighter Tobacco. Go to warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. That'll get you a sweet 15% off. Otherwise, I'll raise my glass.
Oh, cheers.
And I'll say cheers.
Been tasting good tonight.
Been tasting wonderful tonight. Cheers. Thanks for being my Freedom Friends, boys. 3 little things. Not that hard. Dave, first one.
Smoke on.
Your favorite.
God damn it. Drink on.
Yeah. God damn it, boys. Freedom the fuck on. Later.